Murray here with another edition of SaaS Venture School. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Today, how to benchmark your SaaS business. So, there are a ton of benchmark reports out there, metrics, but how do we analyze and assess the performance of our SaaS business? And that's actually, I didn't put it in the show notes here, but that's where my 5 pillar SaaS metric framework comes into play, where I calculate metrics in each of those boxes in the 5 pillars. And then we're set up for benchmark success to now benchmark our performance in different areas against our peers. And so, one thing I always talk about in my SaaS Metrics Foundation course is the danger of aggregate benchmarks. There are tons of great reports out there, but a lot of them are just providing aggregate benchmarks. So, the entire SaaS universe. Now, some split it up by ARR size, some do top quartile, bottom quartile, medians, but it's all SaaS businesses. And we know we could have SaaS businesses selling $1 million contracts and self service SaaS businesses selling $10 products per month. And we can't benchmark an enterprise business against a self service business and vice versa. That's going to throw us way off. So we can't use those aggregate benchmarks, even though they're fun to look at, we can't use it. So when I benchmark my SaaS clients, I like to benchmark based on our peers. And of course, benchmarking is only as good as the metrics, the data that's available. Because it's hard to get a big enough data set to really dive into the specifics of our profile. But one way I like to do it is by ACV. So annual contract value. So again, if we're selling $100 product, I want to benchmark myself against other SaaS companies selling $100 benchmarks because most likely we have a very similar go to market motion. We probably have more of an inbound motion. We don't have any sales reps with a $100 product, most likely. Where if we're selling an enterprise product, yeah, we probably have that outbound motion. We've got SDRs, we've got new business reps, account managers. So I like to benchmark on ACV. And I also like to do generally, I like the by AR range, which is interesting. If I'm a $2 million company, benchmark myself against other $2 million companies. But again, that's aggregate, so it's interesting, but not how I'm going to analyze my SaaS performance. So again, we're limited to the data out there. There are tons of great reports out there. I love looking at, of course, KeyBank. I love looking at OpenView, Iconic, produce some great data, some great reports. And then I partner with Ray Reich at RevOps Squared, now called BenchMarkIt.ai. And now I believe he's producing the best data set out there for SaaS metrics benchmarks because we can take that data set and try to limit the data to companies that are very similar to our profile. And that's really important with benchmarking. I also like to look at top quartile benchmarks, medium and bottom quartile to see how we're performing in that range. And of course, we're not going to be perfect. But again, with benchmarking, implementing my 5 pillar SaaS metrics framework, we're going to see what's working, what's not working. Where should we focus? Where do we need to improve our data in order to have the financial transparency that we need to make better decisions, better capital investment decisions in our business? So just some thoughts on how to benchmark your SaaS business, some of those great reports out there to be able to then implement that into your financial process.